There's a new Scream movie coming out this weekend, and I am itching to see it. Directed by Radio Silence, the duo behind 2019's fantastic Ready or Not, you have Nev, Courtney, and David all coming back. I already have my tickets, and I'm set to see it Thursday night. When Scream came out back in 1996, it revitalized the pretty much on life support slasher genre. So much so that it spawned a series of imitators, including I Know What You Did Last Summer, Urban Legend, and Valentine. It also spawned a lot of direct-to-video imitators, which is what we're going to take a look at today. I present to you 2001's Final Stab. Released in 2001, again straight to video, and directed by schlock horror expert David DeCoteau, known for making over 150 feature-length films, but his most notable of them probably being Puppet Master 3, Toulon's Revenge. I really couldn't find any production info on the film, but just take one look at those review scores and you pretty much know that you're not in good hands. Thanks to this review that I found from a really great review website called silveremulsion.com, authored by Will Koff, he did give a little bit of backstory on some other interesting alternate titles that this movie has, including Final Scream, which it was released on in the UK, to confuse audiences deliberately into thinking it was a continuation of the Scream franchise. Scream 4, Final Chapter, under a bootleg title, and Du bist tot. Reviewers basically have been very mixed to negative on this film, at least from video reviews that I could find.
But it is very fly by the numbers, you know. I mean, the thing that I really do not like about this movie is the fact that it's really trying to be smart. But it's one of those movies that tries to be very, very smart. You know, it kind of plays by the numbers throughout the film, and then in the end it goes twist, twist, twist.
This is a generally obscure piece of cinema, so not many people are talking about it. Reviewers basically criticize everything about the movie, whether it be from pacing to directing to cinematography to acting to writing to probably even the end credits scroll. So I am here and I am ready. Let's pop it in and let's take a look and find out if Final Stab is really as bad as everyone thinks it is. What a menu. So many options.
It's the perfect crime. And you're the perfect patsy.
The Final Stab.
So what is Final Stab all about? If you've seen Scream, and if you've seen the classic April Fool's Day from 1986, you're pretty much getting a diet soda version of both. It just leaves you feeling empty. Basically, way too many characters get together at this nice secluded house in the middle of nowhere for a surprise birthday party. Only it's not a surprise birthday party. Kristen, the ringleader, the person who brought everybody there, is testing this location out as a possible future haunt, a tourist attraction, to see if really good-looking people and really rich people want to get together to have basically a murder mystery party. Her targets are her sister and her PTSD-ridden brother, who is terrified and haunted every night by nightmares about this masked killer whom is attacking everybody in the movie. Although, the real question is, are the killings fake, or are they happening for real? Who cares? I hated this. I'm coming right out of the gate. This is really bad. Even by direct-to-video standards, it's really poor. I totally understand all of the low scores and negative reviews. One of my favorite reviews, I would have to say, is this one off of Letterboxd, written by B_Rendon, who gave it a half star out of 5. saying the one guy had pretty good abs. The story is totally atrocious in so much in the fact that it's not very well told, and you're taking two very not only very classic horror movies, but two very amazing horror movies and meshing them together, and it just doesn't work. It worked in April Fool's Day because there was a really big twist that came at the end that is pretty ingenious, and it was ingenious for the time, and it kind of is still now because it hasn't really been done that much since. You're also taking the concept of Scream and hoping that people will buy into it and like it because of that. And it fails miserably on both fronts. I, for the life of me, cannot tell you a single character's name other than Kristen. There was Doug, Charlie, and Angela were the two that she was targeting. And then there was like 7 million other people. There are too many characters, which I think is probably the biggest problem of the movie, if not one of the biggest, because not a single one of them are likable, memorable, or discernible other than the main villain and the protagonist. That's a big problem if you want to have an ensemble piece and a whole bunch of characters together. You need to make them memorable. That's why Scream worked, because every single one of those actors and every single one of those characters are memorable 25 years on. This is 21 years old. Nobody remembers it except for me because I saw the DVD in a store one time and I'm like, that looks stupid, I'll buy it. And then I never got around to watching it until now. 'Tis the season. The acting in this movie is pretty atrocious. I want you to take a look at some of these examples and tell me what you think.
I'm gonna pay Miss Will to do Slut and her buddies a little visit. I'm tired of her playing games with people's heads, especially mine. So when the time comes, I'm gonna mess up their little play or whatever it is.
That sounds pretty stupid, man.
Oh, God. I cannot believe we're gonna have to wear this stuff.
Ah, come on. It'll be fun.
Does it wash off?
Sure. I'll even be the guy who scrubs you down afterwards.
Ooh, I can't wait for that part. Do you think Kristen's gonna bitch at us if she sees us messing around out here?
We're all alone, okay?
Well, what about that Wallace guy?
Trust me. Nobody's gonna come out here.
Oh my God.
Nice going, Brett. What?
I thought you were supposed to be in the study with Doug and Angela waiting for the power to go out.
Yeah, and I thought you guys were supposed to be getting ready to get killed out by the gazebos, huh?
Just one step above the Catalina collection.
Will you show me? I'd be right happy to.
And if you ever call my house again, I'll kill you.
Brilliant. You just brought that character to life. I'm so impressed.
Really? Do you really think I have a chance at this role?
Think? I know so. I don't understand.
You've been had, buddy.
It's what we call giving you a taste of your own medicine.
Payback for all the practical jokes you put us through for years.
I just wanted to let you know that I'm completely innocent of all this that's going on around here.
I don't believe this.
The writing in this movie is pretty poor. I don't understand how. So this movie's running time is 81 minutes. 73 of those minutes are not credits. During the entire 73 minutes where there's an actual movie happening, the writing is so poor and so bland that it drags the movie down to a crawl. And for a movie that's only 73 minutes, you can't really have that. Now, with this being a slasher movie, you of course expect the first scene to be a kill, right? No. It's a fake out, which I'll give it credit. That's one of the only things that I liked about the movie, was the fact that it really wasn't a kill. It was something different. Doesn't mean it was very good, But still, different is a little bit better. The kills in this movie, when they actually do come, are very uncreative. It's your typical knife in body, blood everywhere kill. Slashers tend to get pretty creative with their kills. The garage door scene from Scream, hello, there's one of the most memorable kills in slasher history. Every transition shot in this movie is trees. That's how you know, at least for the first 45 minutes, that's how you know that a new scene is happening. If you see a shot of trees, get ready, because a new scene is coming. The quality of film, by the way, I don't know what film stock they used, but it's pretty poor. You can find copies of the movie online on YouTube, some with the end credits, some without. But the level of quality on YouTube is pretty much on par with the level of quality that you get on the DVD. The sound is pretty potted down. I had to turn my TV up ridiculously loud just so I could hear the thing. And even then, some of the dialogue exchanges between characters are so unintelligible, I couldn't even make it out. This movie, as you could see when I showed off the main menu, doesn't even have a subtitle option. I couldn't even put the closed captioning on if I wanted to. The quality of the movie is bad. And the cinematography, I looked at a Letterboxd review, and I looked at a couple other reviews that said it feels like that this movie was filmed on a boat. I totally get that, because every camera angle is like this, swaying side to side. And it's for no reason. It's not for a stylistic approach. It's not for, it's not to give the movie an edge. I don't know what it's for, but a lot of people complained about the Dutch angles in Battlefield Earth. This is worse. This makes you feel seasick, and I was lying in bed, motionless, watching a movie. Oh my God, I'm speechless. This is a movie where I really wish I could delve more into the mindset of what the director was thinking and what the actors were thinking as well. There's no behind the scenes featurettes on the DVD or on YouTube that I can find. I know that in Canada and overseas, they've actually had the gall to release the movie on Blu-ray, and I'm not sure if that Blu-ray comes with any special features or not. I looked it up on the Blu-ray that Massacre Video has released. The special edition actually does include a new audio commentary by director David DeCoteau. I am very curious as to hear why he made this film, and as to, well, I know why, but as to for what was going on inside his head during it. However, I'm not paying $17.99 to get an upgrade of a movie that not only I paid $2 to $3 for on DVD, but a movie I didn't like to begin with. So, I guess we'll never know. The ending of the movie, that is where we will take it, is so abrupt and so anticlimactic and so convoluted. The last 5 minutes of this movie are extremely confusing to the point where I had to scream at the screen, "That's it? What was that all about?" First of all, I do want to say the killer, I won't spoil it in case somebody wants to go out and watch this on their own, but the killer is very obvious. You know who's doing it, and it's just absolutely ridiculous. They try to do like a Scream 2 thing where the killers in that movie are like, oh, I have this motive, I'll blame it on something else, and no, don't try and get cool like that. Although motive, what am I talking about? Scream 2, Scream did that as well. Brain fart. The explanation for why this person is doing everything is absolutely confusing beyond all hell, ridiculous. And what I don't understand is that they stab somebody and that person ends up shooting right back up with like no blood or anything. So I don't know, did they stab them with a prop knife? A real knife? Are they that lazy that they can't? And then, to make things even more confusing, it tries to end on like a very ominous note and completely tries to 180 a character that you've been sympathizing for the entire duration of the movie. I say sympathizing very loosely because everybody in this movie is just a piece of cardboard with legs. It's so jarring, and it ends on like this cliffhanger sort of ending that doesn't work because I don't really understand what it's trying to set up to begin with. It does have to do with the fact that Charlie, as I said, he is inflicted with PTSD. He witnessed this masked killer kill his parents when he was younger, and it messed him up for life. So they kind of try and like do an open question where it's like, well, we really don't know who killed Charlie's parents, and then it just kind of ends. I'm like, are you trying to set up for a sequel? Are you trying to, what are you doing here? The movie admittedly does have one very funny line, and it is intentional, and it's right here.
Unfucking believable.
What? That Kristen would go through all this trouble for those two?
No, that she slept with your mom's shrink.
Yeah, that's my takeaway from the horror film Final Stab. So to conclude this review, is Final Stab really that bad? Yes. Monotonously so. This is one of the most boring horror slasher films I have ever seen. It is one of the most just derivative and excruciating experiences I've been through in a long time. And I really can't imagine watching this movie for fun. I tried going in with that mindset, like, this is probably going to be stupid, but at least I could have some fun with it. But it's very apparent after the first 10 minutes that this movie has the pacing of a slug and doesn't want to do anything more than waste your time. And that, I think, is just dumb. And I cannot recommend this. Even if you bootleg it off YouTube or if you stream it for free, I don't recommend this movie at all. And it's really jarring because last night, for the first time, I watched Leon the Professional, which I thought was great. That is automatically now not only one of the best action thriller movies I've ever seen, but it's also now one of my all-time favorite movies. Because everything about that movie they did it correctly, and they did it pitch perfectly. There is not a single thing about that movie I would change. So going from that to Final Stab within a span of 24 hours is really jarring. That's it. I hope everybody has a wonderful week. If you see Scream, let me know down in the comments below. Did you like it? Did you not like it? Please, for the love of God, not only for me, I mean, I'm not too worried about spoilers because I am seeing it Thursday night, but don't spoil the movie for anyone who hasn't seen it, because that's no fun. Go in and then just tell me what your thoughts are. Have you seen Final Stab? Did you hate it as much as I did? Or are you like a majority of people watching this going, what is Final Stab? Let me know.
Did you see his face? It's working. I'm the queen bitch of deception.